Hi everyone, my name is Gina Romadona. My ID number is T20186120 and now I'm the 6th semester of TBI3 class EA and Jember. This video is made to fulfill my culinary linguistics subject assignment that I have gotten from my lecturer. So, in this video, I would like to tell you or describe you about Indonesian food. So, without any further ado, let's talk about Indonesian food, guys. We have already known that Indonesia has a very diverse culinary, right? Every region in Indonesia always has its own culinary specialties. Okay, but before we are going to talk more about Indonesian food, let me tell you that I am as a native Bondowoso person. We have already known that Bondowoso has a typical food. Yes. Do you know what is this? Yaps. Let's we open together. Ta-da! This is the typical food from Bondowoso. Usually, and most of people call this food is tape. But for Bondowoso person, usually it is called with tapai. So, guys, in this video, let's talk about tape. Nice. The taste is very sweet. Do you know, guys, what is the English of tape? The English of tape is actually sweet cassava. Do you know what is the reason? Okay, let me tell you. For the first, the taste of this food is so sweet. And the second, the basic ingredient from tape is actually cassava. That's why the English of tape is actually sweet cassava. Okay, by the way, talking about tape, Bondowoso typical cassava is one of the traditional foods that has been legendary in Indonesia. This type of food or snack is actually very popular in Indonesia or even foreign towns. So, since ancient times, the city of Bondowoso is known as Kota Tape. Do you know? There are many assumptions that state the land for planting the cassava in Bondowoso has its own privilege. Still talking about tape. Basically, there are two types of tape that are most commonly found today. For the first is cassava tape and the second is sticky rice tape. For cassava tape, this is made from fermented cassava, which makes the cassava very soft and has a unique taste. Okay, now we go on the history of tape, how it is made, how all people made tape for the first time. Okay, the history of the origin tape is not well known. There is an opinion saying that it is starting during the food crisis in the war area. So in the past, there was a war by the Dutch army, and people Java could not eat, including getting rice. The colonizers confiscated all the rice owned by the people. So that's why people only rely on root crops including cassava as the main consumption for substitute rice. Okay, now we are going to talk about the other name of tape in Indonesia or even in abroad. Well, guys, this type of food is actually has a various name even in Indonesia or in abroad. Okay, for Bondowoso person, with the most popular people from Madura ethnic, usually tape is called with tapai. Okay, but for West Java people with the most society from Sunda ethnic, usually they are called tape as puyem. In Malaysia, tape is known as tapai pulut. And in Filipina, tape is actually known as basi binubran. In Cambodia, tape is known as chow. In Hanse, tape is actually called with lau chow. And in Yutping, tape is called with lao chao. And in China, tape usually known as chiu niang. And the last, in Thailand, tape usually known as khao mak. That's all the name from tape from various country in Indonesia or even in abroad. Well guys, the thing that you have known and remember, what is actually the factor why the name of tape is actually different in any region in Indonesia. It is happened because you still remember that Indonesia has so many regions with 1,000 ethnic. So that's why the different language of its region is actually the factor why the name of the food is actually different too. Okay guys, now we are going to talk about the food that are created from tape as the basic ingredient. Honestly, I just know that actually tape it can become a basic ingredient for so many food. What I know is Bondowoso people just about original tape and pearl tape only and tape goreng. But after I got this assignment, I am looking for all thing about tape. I just know that so many food that create from tape, like bolu kukus tape, lamang tape, bola-bola tape, donat tape, kue cubit tape, gabin tape, dodol tape, tape karamel, pancake tape, muffin tape, and so on. There are so many food that create from tape as the basic ingredient. Do you know one thing that you have to know, guys? So you have to remember that food and language is actually there is a relation between each other. Do you realize that the innovation of tape is actually made because there is a communication between one people to another people by the language. That's the point that you have to know and remember why there are so many innovation from tape that people made. Okay, now we are going to talk about the social lies based on tape. I don't know it is true or not, but in my opinion, people with high socio-economic status usually they are when they buy tape, they will buy with the place. The name of the place is Besek. But again and again, I talk with usually. So usually people with the low socio-economic status, they just book tape with plastic only. I don't know if it is actually related or not, but in fact, and in my opinion, it is true. So that's why people with high socioeconomic, they they want to pay more and more to get good tape with the good place also. So okay guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope that this video is become good information for you. I'm so sorry if all thing what I share is not clear, because again and again I told you I'm still study too. Thank you, on the next video. Bye.